New Fortnite season. Time where everyone gets excited about the new changes, and competitive players start a race between each other on who's going to learn about all of this new stuff as fast as possible, because discovering more than anyone else gives you a huge advantage, and can make first few tournaments of the new season extremely easy, just if you prepare right. Today, I'm going to explain few very important things, which, in my opinion, are going to give you the biggest advantage over other players. I want this video to be timeless, so this advice can be applied to any new season or big update in the game, not just the current one or the old ones. Without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it. Very first thing you need to learn is of course the new meta. I'm going to go a bit in depth into each category, but first I have to list them all out. As fast as you can, you need to see what has changed on the map, what is the current loot pool, what new guns are added, what guns stayed, and the most important thing in my opinion, are there any movement and rotation items, because they decide how you're going to play most of the season. First, let's talk about the map changes. In every season, there are new spots on the map, which also bring the new mechanics into the game. Map knowledge can be split into two sections, your drop spot and the rest of the map. You want to know your spot in every detail possible and put as much attention into it. This is going to let you consistently win early games, and without surviving off spawn, anything else doesn't matter. The difference between you knowing things like which of the buildings has the biggest amount of loot, how to fight on each building, where you can place builds, where is every chest, floor loot, solar barrels or ammo boxes, can be the difference between you leaving your spot 9 out of 10 games to play the late game, or finishing a tournament early, because of dying of spawn in every game. Look how to quickly gain advantage over the people who contest you. For example, how to get to max HP faster than anyone. What are the power positions, like high ground. How to get mats to be able to fight as fast as possible. What gives what amount of mats. Knowing this can save you a couple of minutes, which can be used to rotate early to a good position in zone. Getting max metal in 3 minutes instead of 8 sometimes can be the reason why your games are ruined, because you were farming metal from the wrong thing. Like fences where each one gives you 20 metal instead of a flower which gives 150 metal in 3 hits. Time is a very important resource in this game, and the map knowledge is going to save you a lot of it. So try to create a loot path and land on a spot of your choice as much as possible while practicing. Try landing on different buildings first, see how fast other people loot and what they tend to do on the location, where people tend to hide, and how you can flank them or third party in case they are going to fight someone. This is just a couple of examples, but this is going to let you win your early games way easier. Also, when it comes to choosing your spot in a new season, you might like to look at the stuff like bosses who give mythic loot, bunkers or forecast towers. These things change in each season, but very often these objectives can make your game 10 times easier. But you'll have to know how to fight to get them, because the better the reward, the more people are going to be willing to take a risk to get it. So it means higher risk, higher reward. This leads me to the next thing, which is the rest of the map. Whether you want to fight or not, you need to know where are the spots people tend to rotate through, so that you can either avoid them or push them for a fight. Knowing where people farm metal, where are the mountains or other forms of terrain which you can use to hide, or use them to position yourself to tag other people. All of these changes in each season. Even if your spot stays the same, there's a chance that there's a new POI with a broken mythic item right next to the spot where you land. And this change is going to lead to you getting killed way more than before. So You want to get some knowledge about the entire map, a bit more into what's around the spot you land at, and put the most attention into knowing your own drop spot. Look where are the things like launch pads, geysers or healing plants. This is different in each season, but makes a huge difference on how you play the game. And knowing locations of these things can make a difference between you dying in Storm or rotating to the zone safely. Enough talking about the map. Now let's focus on the items, starting with the guns. Try every single one of them one by one, a couple of times, both on ranked and creative. Tell which guns are bad, which are good, and which ones can be underrated. Maybe you're going to find something that seems to be useless at first, but you find a secret strength of that gun, and because no one else uses it, people don't know how to play against it. So you will win with everyone abusing your secret strategy. In the past, there were a lot of items like this, so make sure to look for it, but it's going to come to you naturally the longer you play the game. After some experience with different seasons, you're going to notice stuff like this on your own really quickly, often just because there was a similar item in the past. Knowing which guns are good is as important as knowing how to play with the bad weapons, in case all you find in the game is trash. You don't want to be that guy who only complains each time he gets something like a great tactical shotgun and just basically give up. Instead, you want to try to learn how to win with the people who have way better loot than you. Look for the playstyle which is going to let you win in these situations. You need to give yourself higher chances of survival whenever something like this happens. Simply using a bad gun for a couple of times can increase your chances of winning with a guy who has a gold pump when you have a great hack from 5% to like a 30, just because you've used it a couple of times before. Next up we have the rotation items. Usually there is from 1 to 2 things people are going to use to rotate in each season. Sometimes there is no mobility at all. Depending on what's in the game right now, you want to learn any possible way to use the new items, like exploits, what's the best time to use that item, like in which zone you should use it, or how to use it in a most efficient way. To do so, you not only need to be creative and test it as much as you can yourself, but watch a lot of content from different people. Content creators always race each other whenever there is a new season, and they battle on who's going to show a new OP strategy first. Pro players often use something that no one else does, and they try to gatekeep it from the public, but they are using it on their streams, and often you can simply copy them by looking how they are playing. The only problem with that is that sooner or later this public knowledge can be accessed by anyone, and the entire advantage disappears. Fortunately, there is also one additional thing I left for the end of this video, for the most dedicated people, to keep it more private. If you truly want to stay ahead of the meta and have the knowledge that very few people have, you can't only rely on the public free stuff. To get the best knowledge about Fortnite, I use this course and coaching community, where I learn from the best of the best, pros and professional coaches. In there, whenever there's a new meta, I get updated content or coaching sessions that show me exactly how to play with it and how to use the new stuff. Inside, I can learn about different Fortnite fundamentals when it comes to fighting and making decisions. I use this all the time, and in the past, being a part of these coaching calls allowed me to get a top 64 placement in the first solo cash cup of the season, only because I knew how to use the nitro gloves which were the rotation item at the time, and no one else knew how to play with them. In this season, there can also be stuff like this, and tricks you can do with the new rotation item. And just knowing something like that other people don't, can get you out of your current division and even get you your first earnings. Like in the season where people were flying with the helicopters all game, getting their first earnings almost for free, abusing a weird strategy that very few people knew because it was in the game for like 2 or 3 days. But in the coaching group, it was instantly mentioned. But important disclaimer is that you just adapting to the current meta isn't going to magically make a pro out of you overnight. You still need to learn a ton of fundamentals from the game first, but this course and coaching luckily is going to help you with that as well. Like it did for me. Maybe I'm not the best, but trust me, I would be so much worse without it. And I gained like 80% of the knowledge about this game just from this course alone. So if you love this game and you want to get better in it, just check it out. I know there are no specific things for the current season, but this video has to serve as a guide on what to look for, not only in content, but in your own gameplay and VOD reviews, whenever there is a new season or big update. That would be it for this video. Soon I'm going to finish video talking about my mental struggles with the game that I had recently. If you want to learn anything about the game or mindset, check out my other videos. I wasn't sure if this video is a perfect idea, so you can let me know in the comments whether you found it useful, and if yes, what exactly helped you from it. Thank you for watching.
Subscribe to Ember right now.